Hello, this is Jay Lee. Just want to go over a few things that we captured on December 6th, 2015 over at Sequoia Park over in Monterey Park. First, I just want to thank everybody who showed up and helped out. Want to thank Fausto Perez and Yasmin for doing some great beaconing, and glad to see the Canadian filmmakers come. Mark and Kelly, they always do a fantastic job, and they're just great people. So the first one I'd like to go over is this one, this black and white cluster, which was accompanied by about 15 other single balloons, black ones and white ones, with all of them had tethers on it. We zoomed in on this one. You could see the very bottom of the balloon structures are leaning more toward the central tether strand. In the middle, this is normal. This is what we usually see when it comes to a cluster. All of them kind of lean more toward the middle and stuff. What we found a little bit different with this one is that there must have been about 15 single white ones and black ones kind of floating around this one. Now, typically, there's a scattering of the cluster. Even though you release these all at the same time, they don't usually stay together. Everybody kind of heads in their own directions and stuff. This one happened around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which is, I think, kind of unusual to release a cluster into the sky. Or a bunch of balloons into the sky, because typically you do that toward the end of the party, and it was only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I just found that one a little bit strange. But, this is typical movement for, a cluster of balloons. So that's what we assumed. But like I said, this one hung around for about 45 minutes to an hour. And, which is a very, very long time for balloons to be hanging around. But not only did they hang around, but it seemed like they all stayed together. They didn't scatter like they usually do. And something that I ended up capturing on video, which is something that I really have never seen before, is the interaction between a couple of balloons that, I assumed, that they were going to start to scatter. But they didn't. But these two almost like, they interacted. It almost seemed like they had a relationship with each other. It was very strange that they stayed so closely knit. And so this should be coming up in just a moment here. But it was just a very fascinating, to observe something like this. So you could see that these balloons that I captured had separate tethers. They were not tied together. There's nothing binding these guys together. As you could see, some of the tethers, they were just kind of hanging out together. So I have some video footage of it. I just want you to take a look. Never seen anything like this before, but it just seemed like they seemed to interact with each other. And I'm telling you, I've never seen a cluster with a pack of 15 to 20 balloons flying around that stayed together like this ever. And it was just a little strange. I mean, everything tells me, oh, this is just a cluster of balloons, but this one, it just seemed a little bit on the strange. So anyway, I just wanted to show it as as like an interactive type of thing, and I would have never noticed if I didn't stabilize this footage. This one actually was the first one that we ended up seeing for the day. It was coming from the east, and it was heading west, and it was crossing some trees, I would say about 45 degrees up there. It was moving kind of slow, and, you know, it was just another cluster. The unusual part about it was the, I don't know, like the Y formation or the Jacks formation that displayed. But as you could see, this thing has a couple of different colored whites in it. There was almost like a white and then a gray and then the red, you know, a couple of red single ones, and then they had the you know, the Jacks-like structure, the red one. And I thought it was kind of strange, and so, you know, we're videotaping it. It actually flew from behind the tree, gave us a couple of seconds after it got behind the tree before it just went straight into the sun. Now, this one's another one that ended up sticking around for at least 45 minutes to an hour. It just wouldn't move from the sky. Ephraim ended up saying he was watching it with his binoculars, and he said something actually dropped out of this. So we kept on going back and forth from this one. I mean, we could only videotape it for so long, and but yeah, I thought it was very, very interesting. You know, like I said, Ephraim said that something dropped from it. So bam, we were on it again. And you know, as it slowly made its way across the sky. But like I said, here's another one that lasted, that stuck around with us for at least 45 minutes to an hour. It was just an amazing display. And you know, it just kind of goes to show, you know, it's kind of interesting that, you know, here it is, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. You know, I mean, these things are released, you know, at the beginning of the parties or at the ends of the parties, but, you know, at 1:30, you would think that this would be released at the very end of the party. And, you know, parties just get started around 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. But this one was full, you know. And, you know, if you take a really close look at these things, you could see, I mean, are these like the large, you know, the large round type of balloons? And the smaller ones, the red ones, are those like the normal size 1 foot ones? So anyway, it was just this one was definitely very strange and kind of moved strange also. But sorry I wasn't able to capture you know, an orb dropping out of it. But I don't know, this one kind of reminded me of some sort of bacteria. They're called cocci and cocces, and they're almost like some sort of cluster of bacteria. That's what they seem to me. The elongated ones, the Y formation ones, you know, would be like more, you know, streptococcus, and you know, the big round ones are more of like a cluster. And so I don't know. You just have to, you know, maybe compare some of the pictures that you'll see with some of the things that we see here. I think I caught around 9 or 10 things this day. I think I missed probably about maybe 3 to 5 things. Anyway, this one was caught toward the end of the day. I think it happened around like 5-ish. It might have been the International Space Station. We did end up looking it up, and it's very possible, you know. But anyway, I'm bummed I was not able to capture this one with my telescope. My SD card was not ready. I was kind of upset. Anyway, if you take, you know, if you take something out of your, if you take the SD card out of your camera, you have to replace it right away with something else. Otherwise, you're going to miss something like I did. Anyway, this one was another fascinating one. Started heading toward the mountains and disappeared just before it hit the mountains. So, like I said, I think it might be the International Space Station, because I know it happened around this time. So, fascinating anyway.
Come on. Are you good? Are you in?
Oh, no way!
Run! Just Oh,
You got to be kidding me.
Don't worry, dude. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh. Just unplug it from my computer.
Right? Yeah.
Quickly. Here. Ah, no.
it's kind of going fading darker. It's kind of red, and now it's fading, 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 and it's gone.
You got to be kidding me. No, it's too late.
Where did it go?
Where did it go? It just blinked.
I don't know. Before it hit the mountains, it faded out.
Faded out.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Charles Casey, Patrick Ryan, and Ismail that they helped co-pilot the telescope with me. Thank you very much for helping me get some great clips. I want to thank everybody else for helping us out and, drawing these things to our location. I invite everyone to come to our next UFO sighting event. Please join LA UFO Channel on meetup.com for information on our next UFO sighting event. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.